we're going to cut emboss, or cut in with my stitch rectangle die cut for a card that I'm going to be making. Here's what we're going to be using. I love these. So, I love this. If you can find one or get one, it's a magnetic cutting mat. I really like these because they're good for holding the dies in place. I like stacking mine this way. I'm sure people have their own way of how they do their plates for their cuddle bug, but this is what I have found works the best for me. I just like to make sure everything's even. And there we go. I like the stitch look that it gives. Next, we're going to stamp our image. Let's see. Let's do this one. I like the cat to be not there. Okay, let's pick their stamp up. I like this ink here. It's by Spellbinders Celebrations. It's a great waterproof ink that won't smear or smudge. Give it a good push. I always like to give it 2 or 3 inkings because we are using watercolor paper here for this, so it soaks up all the ink, so I like good dark lines. Let's do one more. Okay, looks good. I like it. Now, we're going to do a masking so when we do the background we won't mess up the stamp. So I got some masking paper for stamping. I love this stuff. So, I believe it should match up. I'll move it a little bit. Give one more real quick one. The masking tape really don't have to be that dark. There we go. Now we're going to cut this out with the coordinating die set that I bought with these stamps. So these right here. Love these. Make it so much easier to cut out. And I'll show you how we cut them out here. Now we're going to cut out the masking piece with the coordinating die set. Now what I like to do, since the masking paper is so thin, I like to use just a scrap piece of paper to layer it just to make it a little thicker so it'll cut all the way through the masking paper. Because if not, it usually doesn't cut all the way through. And we'll pull it off here. I also put a little piece of tape over the frame too, just so it'll stay. And there we are. And it'll perfectly mask our actual stamp on our card, so when we do our background we won't mess up our card. So we'll be showing that to you next. So now we're going to apply our masking paper. Try to line up as best as possible. As you can see, I did cut off the whiskers, so there's no need to mask those. And it's just something else you gotta try to line up. So now you make sure it's pushed down really well. The inks I'm going to be using are the distressed inks, and the three colors that I've chosen are the Broken China, Tattered Rose, and Antique Linen. So, probably going to start with the blue first, that's one of my favorites. So I just have a blending tool here. And I have a scrap piece of paper. I like to try to get some of the excess ink off so it blends better. You gotta press kind of hard sometimes. And then just start blending. I really love these inks because they blend so well. Okay, let's switch over to, let's do the Tattered Rose on the other side. do some of the antique linen. Okay. I have to go over it a little bit more with the blue real fast just to bring that out in the blending areas here. One little spot here I want to fix. All right. Now we'll pull your masking tape off and reveal to make sure the stamp turned out okay. There you go. Now you do see this little spot here by the foot. We can always fix that where the masking tape was a little over. Just barely get up next to it. And there you have it. Now we'll move on to the next part. Now we're going to start collaring in the cat. And I picked some funky collars just because I want it to be separated from the background collar. So I might speed this up too because this might take a little bit. And there we go. Now we're going to add some more texture to the background, I believe. Might do the glimmer mist. Okay, so one thing I'm going to use some of this glimmer mist by Tattered Angels. And this one is the Dazzling Diamonds. So you should have kept your masking paper here and recover up your image. Okay. Now remember, this masking paper is literally paper with some adhesive on the back, so it's going to get wet very quickly. So be quick with this, and then remove your masking tape so you don't ruin the colored in image underneath. So I usually get one spray for priming it, and then there we go. And it's normal for your paper to curl up like this. We're going to use some heavy duty adhesive to hold it down on the card, so that won't matter. I also like to dry off masking tape a little bit because I always reuse these 2 or 3 times. Don't know if it'll show up in this video, but adds a nice shimmer to your project. And then we're going to stamp a sentiment on it, and we'll finish up the card. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our sentiment. So, let's get everything lined up. Pick them up. Sorry, I moved you guys. Let's give it a couple. The reason why you dab the ink pads like this, if some people don't know, is that you're actually kind of layering it, so you're getting more ink on the stamp. Because if you rub it, you're going to have like a washed out look. So that's the reason why you just dab. And I like it. Now we'll do the inside sentiment. Okay, now we're going to the inside, and we have to kind of have it on its side here because this thing is too large for this Stamp Perfect. So we got to try to line it up. Pick up the stamp. Stamp it. Let's do it one more time to get a good dark color. There we go. Now, so that's going to be the inside of the card. Eat more cake. And it's going to go on top of here, like this. And use my ATG gun. Love this thing. Now you gotta try to get it centered, which is always the hard part. And there you have a card. And for one last thing I like to do is I like to use this on the eyes. Glossy accents. Love this stuff. It does take a while to dry, that's the reason why it's the last thing I ever do. And there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. And please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll try to post videos as I can, because once again, like I've told before, I do work a full-time job in the healthcare field. So I work a lot of hours. So be patient with me, but I will try my best to put up videos as soon as I can. I enjoy doing crafts. Thanks for watching. Bye.